good battle. Both teams really a lot of respect for Michigan coming in, the way they play in the year. They're coming off a loss. Everybody thought they were going to be different. Whether they've been good all year, you know. And then today was the same kind of game. And proud of the guys for battling, playing hard. It's a lot of one-on-one plays when you play these guys. Our defense battled really, really well. Did give up probably the difference in the game outside of the field position issues in the first half with the wind and us not being able to flip the field. It seemed like we played a little uphill. Punting issues, got us with field position. Right before the end of the third quarter, we didn't manage a drive. And a week ago, we ran it. Went in the fourth quarter still. We came out, we threw one, punted one more time into the wind and gave them a short field when they scored to make it 20. I didn't like the way we managed that drive, but our guys battled hard. Defense was fighting, did give up. I think the difference game was the run game. Our kicking errors of the punt team got us today a little bit. But again, I appreciate the way the kids battled. We took care of the ball. We tried to get in the fourth quarter. Couldn't get a stop. I think the end we're going to have them third and what looks like 7. We get a late hit. We jump off sides, get them 1st and 5. So defense has been great to finish a little bit better, but great defensive effort. Offense did some things they needed to against a great defense. Just wasn't good enough today. Michigan's a really good team, and we congratulate those guys. They're a strong football team.
As far as the punt game did go, what happened on the 2 blocks and then just overall execution?
Well, again, they've been pretty good coming at it all year, and tell you watch tape, you know exactly. The bottom line, the way we block it, the guy hits a guy, and we miscommunicated and didn't block the guy on one. I didn't see the second one personally, where it came from. So, and even on the replay, I couldn't tell because of the angle. So I don't know who busted. I know the first one where they got a hand on one, we had some miscommunication between a guard and whatever the fullbacks there, who's there, but whatever. They did nothing new. They have a great punt returner, and they come at you and punt block and block it. So you got to play both sides of the coin there. Tonight they got us, and that's disappointing. I don't think we saw anything new. They just outplayed us on that play.
On that, I guess on that third down where O'Corn kind of escaped the blitz and ran for 30 yards, what did you see on that, and what was?
Yeah, we were in position. It looked like we'd had some good pressure in coverage, and we just kind of lost, I think, a little bit of our rush lanes and integrity, and he got out and made a play. I think there's another example. I think one time they had a crossing route, we're in position, kind of slipped, and the guy cut back. So we're in position a couple times, but they got good football players, and they made a play. But our guys, again, they were coming at him that play. That would have been a huge one to get, kind of let them off the hook, gave them some momentum there, and great credit to that kid. He made a heck of a play. I think they scored a play later.
Yep.
I think Rich handled just the elements. It's probably his first time playing in snow. And
It snows in Dallas, freezing rain. I'm not a Florida guy. Good. I thought early in the third quarter we took a couple shots into the wind that got held up on him. But other than that, again, he didn't force any. I thought the ball came out at the very, very end. We're just trying to see if we could get lucky. Although it was 2 scores a minute to go and you couldn't see the field. That ball came out. Other than that, I thought, again, he's played so much better down the stretch, and that's a team that gets after the quarterback. We had a plan trying to help them. I know one time we had a great third down run that we popped early in the third quarter, got called for holding. They won the third quarter, and outside of that, it was a pretty good football game on our part, and we just had a hard time getting going there. But I thought Rich played good. Every play is going to be challenged. He gave our guys a chance. I thought our receivers battled hard. There's tough elements out there, but we knew it was going to be a one-on-one game. We knew we needed to run the ball to keep some pressure off of our protection. We're based on our 4th-ranked tackle and a freshman left tackle. And this is one of the best sacks teams in the country, so we had to do some things to take care of it. So it wasn't conservative football. It's just, we had to take our shots. We had to take our shots, and we had to be smart to do some things to take care of Richard. I think Richard understood the plan. I think he came in with a lot of confidence in what we were trying to do, and I think he played very calm today. And that's a great arena. It was tough elements. It was great defense, and he can play better, but that was a solid game. He's getting so much better. Look in his eye, preparation. He's not off the chart yet, but he continues to improve, and I'm very proud of him. He's doing well.
when you guys got down in the goal line there after they kicked their field goal to get to 7-6. Just take us through the play calling a little bit. It looked like you guys started to run and then used Rich on the quarterback keep.
Yeah, we ran the first play. We ran one of our base plays, and it looked like they came off the edge and didn't honor him. So we kind of came back to it, and Peppers was there the next play. So we just kind of said, hey, because he's a guy that once in a while in the run game, you think he's a little bit more of a thrower. He's not the running threat that Xander would be. And so we just thought the play for it. So we basically just repeated the concept and said, hey, man, your choice, read it up. Because the first play was kind of designed, run it. The second play, he had the option, and he thought it was there, and he came in to play. And then on third down, I thought with the pressure where we were, and as tight as it was, we needed points. I thought they would get upfield coming after the quarter. I think it was 3rd and 6 or 7, and we tried to run an inside trap play, counter play, and it just didn't work.
Coach, it happened during the Penn State game. There were some breakdowns in the defense, gave us some big plays in the second half. What does it take? What's it going to take to keep from those breakdowns in the defense and giving up those big plays?
Well, first of all, it's a credit how good they're playing to start. At the same time, I think we're at the time of the year, and with our depth, we're still probably just a little thin where some of the wear and tear in volume and depth and coaches' confidence throughout the year of playing guys. So probably some things that happened week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, probably are wearing and tear. It affects our practice now, and we try to do things because you got to maintain toughness, how to tackle, how to block. There's a way you practice, but you can also over-practice, not be ready for the game. So I think some of it's just a slight, just drop off between some of the 1s and 2s, probably playing the 1s a little bit more than we need to, and it's kind of catching us at the end.
Using Camion at running back and in the Wildcat, just to try to add that explosiveness back there.
Yeah, and again, we thought, Majette's been out, Cole Guest has been out, a couple of the running backs, Clyde Newton had been going, we're kind of down on backs. So we thought maybe a little bit of a workload off of Devine. Devontae Williams had an ankle, and so we just thought we'd take a little bit of workload and try to get him some touches. Anything else? All right, guys, thanks for being here.